Yo fam, Strat here from Strategic Audio, back again with another music production video. And I'm going to be doing something in this video which I'm not completely comfortable doing. Well, let me not go that far. Obviously, I'm going to be doing some cooking up, some music production, because this is a music production channel. But I'm going to be doing a genre which I've loved for a very long time, but I never really got into making, and that is that classic kind of G-Funk West Coast style. One of the first full albums that I ever was really truly captivated by was Doggystyle by Snoop back in 1993, and I just fell in love with that aesthetic. And then with the whole East Coast West Coast beef, I really started to understand the music and the differences in sound from geographical area to geographical area in the US. Anyway, so today I'm going to be trying to make like a G-Funk style beat but putting my own spin on it. And so at the end of the video, once I'm done, you can completely criticize and destroy it if you think it's garbage. But stepping outside my comfort zone to do something that I don't normally do and that I don't really have like a lot of experience and expertise in, but I'm going to try it nonetheless because this is all a learning process for me, learning how to be a better producer, learning how to put my journey on this platform for people to see, and hopefully that will inspire, kind of help other people who are starting this process and trying to get good with music production. So if you're into this type of thing, please drop the video a like and consider subscribing to the channel for more music production content. Also, I'll drop some links in the description to my free and premium loop kits so that if you're interested and you want to support the channel, you can do so. Alright, let's start off. I'm going to be playing at 90 BPM in the key of C minor because it's like one of my most favorite keys to play in. And I'm starting with Arturius Stage 73, emulation of a Rhodes, to lay down the foundation for the beat. Let's go. So after watching a bunch of tutorials on YouTube, especially stuff by Prod by Infinite, who is fantastic, one of the best music production content creators and probably the best when it comes to West Coast stuff. Using a Rhodes electric piano or other type of electric piano, that electric piano sound for the foundation of your West Coast type beats, or your G-Funk if you want to call it type beats, is pretty standard. That instrument is one of the hallmarks, one of the mainstays. So this is a fairly simple chord progression. It's in the C minor scale, so I started off with a C minor 9 and kind of chopping it up here just for a little bit of a stylistic effect. And down here I moved to a G sharp major 9th chord. Yes, you get the pattern here. I'm into 9th chords on this one. And here it goes on to an F minor 9 chord. And lastly, it's just a simple G minor chord. So yeah, I just wanted to keep that really simple and kind of monotonous, but not, you know, just one note over and over and over again. It's going to lay it in the background as not really as a texture, but as one of those little ear candy things that just keeps trucking along in the background in the beat. Alright, so I don't know if many of you have been into music production long enough to remember a plugin called Silent One. A couple years back, maybe 10 or so years back, Silent One was like the best plugin for like EDM and that kind of stuff. And to this day, to me, it remains one of the better plugins for like synth leads and basses and pads and that kind of thing. So I used to make a lot of Silent presets for myself. I actually made and sold a Silent bank at one point. So I figured I would go jump in there and try to find a bass to see if I could find a nice synthy bass to fit this. And I think I found one, so let me try and play a bass now on this. Alright, so now I think I'm going to try going back into Silent 1 and try to come up with a really kind of traditional G-funk style synth lead, like one of those like high pitch mono bending kind of synth leads that were so beautiful to the ear and at the same time somewhat annoying back in the day. And when I say back in the day, I mean the 90s. So let's try coming up with something like that. Alright, so I like that melody. It's simple. It's not a whole lot going on. I like it. I'm not going to have the guitar too high in the mix so that it clashes. And it has that real kind of G-funky style to it that one would expect. Alright, so let's move on. I think what I wanted to know is add a layer to the main chord progression just to kind of provide some extra support to give it some body and some warmth and depth. So I got some synth keys in mind out of Omnisphere. I'm just going to lay those down now. Same chords as the main chord progression. This is again just to give it a layer and give it some warmth. And so the idea that I've got now for what is likely to be the final melody is just another plucky kind of instrument that's going to be in the background, just filling up the atmosphere of the production. And it's a pluck that I made in Serum. So let's try that now and see how it sounds. Alright, so I like that, and you know, for me, these elements here that are not muted, these are going to be essentially utilized to fill up the core foundation undergirding the main elements in the beat. I don't want them to stand out too much because there are a lot of elements that while they complement each other, they kind of go in some different directions, and I don't want them to take away from the groove of the beat because I'm still going to put some drums on this. So when I play you the final mix, you're going to understand what I'm saying. But I think they all add to the overall tone and feel of this beat, of this composition, and hopefully, because remember, like I said, this is not really a genre that I am very well versed in making. So this is just my ideas that I'm kind of fusing with a more traditional West Coast G-funk style. So let me do some mixing and editing and think about the drums and come back and show you the results of that thought process. Alright, so I'm about to wrap up this video, this little bit of an exploration into the unfamiliar world to me. This is kind of a learning experience for me. Apart from being an avid listener, I've never really been called to produce this style of music that much before. It's a bit of an unfamiliar term for me. I just thought it was interesting to try to do it and to try to learn it live on camera and show it to you guys. So I'm going to wrap it up now. If you enjoyed seeing me attempt to make this style of music, and if you actually thought it was a pretty good try, drop the video a like, leave a comment below, and give me your honest feedback. If you enjoy exploring the world of music production in this way, please feel free to subscribe and support the channel that way. And also remember, there is links in the description to our loop kits and samples, both free and premium. And if you check them out and you like anything you hear, feel free to support us that way as well. All the best to you for 2025. It's a brand new year as I'm going to be posting this, and I wish you much success and prosperity. Peace, and I'll see you in the next video. Now, here's the final mix of the beat.